And the Word became flesh and lived among us. In the name of God with us. Amen. I don't know what day of the month it is, said Scrooge. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I'm quite a baby. Never mind, I don't care. I'd rather be a baby. Hello, whoop, hello here. He was checked in his transports by the churches, ringing out the lustiest peals he had ever heard. Clash, clang, hammer, ding dong, bell, bell, dong, ding, hammer, clang, clash. Oh, glorious, glorious. Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. No fog, no mist, clear, bright, jovial, stirring, cold, cold piping for the blood to dance to, golden sunlight, heavenly sky, sweet fresh air, merry bells. Oh, glorious, glorious. What's today? Cried Scrooge, calling downward to a boy in Sunday clothes who perhaps had loitered in to look about him. Eh? Returned the boy with all his might of wonder. What's today, my fine fellow? Said Scrooge. Today? Replied the boy. Why, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day, said Scrooge to himself. I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. They can do anything they like. Of course they can. Of course they can. Merry Christmas, dear friends. Can you imagine a better start to the day, a better morning after than the one we've just heard recounted? The three-part pageant of the night before has ended. The spirits have departed, and we are left with their legacy, joy. This is Christmas morning every year. The vivid characters of the night before, angels and shepherds, these silent three, the silent holy three at the center of the tableau, have gone home. The costumes have been packed into storage for another year. Luke's gospel is the crowd pleaser. And what we have this morning instead is something beautiful, but perhaps less visually dramatic, lending itself less to pageantry, the light of all people, the Word becoming flesh. Something abstract becoming something we can clasp and feel. Love walking among us on 2 feet. How beautiful are the feet of the messenger who announces peace, says Isaiah, who heralds the truth that God has not forgotten us, but has come to be with us, to share in every joy and every misery we can know, so that we will know ourselves to be accompanied. Love with us. The Word made flesh. That's what the bells in Dickens are proclaiming, wordlessly. And perhaps that's why we churchy folk love bells and the organ so much. Clash, clang, hammer, ding dong, bell, bell, dong, ding, hammer, clang, clash. Direct quote. Oh, glorious, glorious, glorious. At their full power, organ and bells are felt by us more than listened to by us. Sound becomes feeling deep down in our sinews. The bodiless becomes embodied. In su propria carne, in an old Central American idiom, in our own meat. Love comes to be with us. Love with us. This is what love does, always. Seeks release and expression in the physical world. The clasped hand, the embrace, the gift, the sacrament, bread and wine. So what does Ebenezer Scrooge do next in this fresh, new, love-lit world of his? His awakened soul goes about the business of transforming the physical world around him, the objects within view. He transforms each of them into incarnations of divine love. You there, boy, do you know the poulterers in the next street but one at the corner? Scrooge inquires. I should hope I did, replied the lad. An intelligent boy, said Scrooge, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging up there? Not the little prize turkey, the big one. Why, the one as big as me? Returns the boy. What a delightful boy, said Scrooge. It is a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck. It's hanging there now, replied the boy. It is, said Scrooge. Go and buy it. I am in earnest. Go and buy it and tell them to bring it here that I may give them the direction where to take it. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. The prized turkey is resurrected into gift. Shilling and half crown, formerly cold and uncirculating gold, are released into the hands of others to find new and sustaining purpose. They are to circulate and bring new life. They are not to be clutched. Unseen and unaccounted for by old Ebenezer, but seen, accounted for by others beyond himself. For the rest of his days, Dickens concludes, the transformed miser becomes an engine of resurrection and transformation. New life out of death. What has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. Do you remember how Scrooge looks about his chambers upon awakening? The saucepan from which he'd been eating gruel the night before, the bed curtains. What's so striking in the final stave of Dickens' beloved work is Scrooge's new relationship to the objects around him, to the physical world. Minor, stupid little things brim with meaning and significance and wonder. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he is now living sacramentally. The night before, we're told, Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern. There was nothing at all particular about the knocker on the door, Dickens notes. Consider the next morning. As he stood there awaiting the poulterer's arrival, the knocker caught his eye. I shall love it as long as I live, cried Scrooge, patting it with his hand. I scarcely ever looked at it before. What an honest expression it has in its face. It's wonderful, a wonderful knocker. Here's the turkey. Hello, whoop, how are you? Merry Christmas. I scarcely ever looked at it before. This, friends, is how we feel new life in the kingdom of the Word made flesh. We recognize meaning under and around things. We recognize things as gifts from our Creator. every gift, every decoration, everything you see here around you this morning, everything you will see later today, for the rest of your life, in fact, is pure gift. Scrooge, as you may remember, becomes what we now call a philanthropist. A philanthropist. He can't wait now to give away what he had clasped. We sometimes reserve that word philanthropist, don't we, for those with enormous net worths. But anyone can be a philanthropist, a lover of others, a lover of all we have been given, someone made in the image of God, which only means to be an infinite giver. That's why this season is so merry and bright, because we are lit with a love that comes from God knows where and made new. Jesus comes to us as pure gift, to tell us that we are pure gifts, each of us, to be given away, to be given away. Merry Christmas, dear friends, and happy giving. Amen.